Hello.
Hi.
Can I show you guys something?
Sure. Ernie, you're muted.
Hang on a
I
second.
always enter muted, sorry. Ronnie, you still there? Yeah. Okay, try to log on. I'll hang up. Sorry. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, Neely, but
No.
the link, when I clicked on, it said Neely Drowns Dramatic Black and White.
Yep.
Oh,
I think I don't know why, but yeah, that's what I was going
And
to
then
tell
so
you.
I'm going, oh, and then it said, I logged in again, it said the same thing, and then it said in another meeting, and I'm going, oh no.
Yeah, I had that too. I just saw that and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so I was trying to learn.
yeah, that's
I
the
know.
part I don't know about that stuff. I
That's
actually
okay.
tried starting the meeting with my link and anyway, we're all here.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
We're all here.
And alert Ron,
We're
because-
getting here at least.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
Okay. It's been a week. Another week.
Yeah,
It's only Tuesday.
yeah. Excuse me.
Philip, I cannot get Jess's back open.
I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Take a look. Look at my view.
Ooh,
Wow.
where are you?
Well, I'm in Jersey looking at Manhattan.
Oh,
Cool.
okay. You could have said London and you would have fooled us.
No, the Empire State Building today is white with blue. It was red, white, and blue a couple days ago. I don't know why.
Wait with
But-
blue.
Yeah, that's I'm pet sitting for a friend who's back in France visiting his mom, who he hasn't seen in a couple of years because of COVID. So I get the cat and the view.
Cool. How long are you there for?
October 25th.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to go into the city, but I've been busy with work. So I enjoy it's the best office view I've ever had and probably will ever have.
Yeah, everyone is rolling rolling on in. Yeah, Philip, I can't open Jess's film back.
What do you mean film back?
Do you remember how she brought her?
I thought you meant like the scans they sent back to you from the,
No.
okay.
So it's still stuck
That
in
is so
there.
weird. There's got to be like some secret handshake or something to,
It is literally supposed to just pop right open. And I've stuck razor blades in there. I'm like trying everything and trying not to force it. It's not happening
wow.
anyway. But we have other pictures, so that's okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get it so I can actually see you guys. What's going on here?
You
I'll
did
be right
disappear
back.
there for a
Let me
second.
log in. I've got some Zoom weirdness.
Okay, no problem. Bernie and Ron, you guys have some big extravaganza to show us tonight, huh?
Yes, that was one way of putting it.
Well, we're kind of debating how, like, we thought first, he would show his or I would show mine, and then he would follow. And then we ended up he had the bright idea of sending the JPEGs to me so you can see his interpretation. But
Cool.
my vision is, I know you guys, some of you folks, I'm sorry, I don't want to take up all too much time. I was trying to figure out how we could have done his photograph, my photograph, like on the one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of going, my photograph, then flip over to his. And I'm not smart enough to figure that out. And then we just go bang, bang, so, but anyway, we got something, I think, which is we're excited about anyway.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it'll work.
It's hard. It's like there's always like a grand plan, and then it's like, forget that. I'll just do what works.
Yeah, right.
I'm just checking in with Vince and Anita.
Well, I still, I think I need to see a physical therapist from trying to re-roll all our film. Jenny and I and Jessica met at the beer garden on Gilman, and I think we had like 4 rolls that we were rewinding.
Um,
And somehow I was able to drink a couple beers and do it all at the same time, but
I'm impressed.
it was just like nonstop. And then half the stuff was like backwards. I mean, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, that was interesting.
All right, Jess is coming in a couple minutes. Oh, there's Vince. On your and my roll, Philip, there are some shots at the end, like my last shot I was really excited about, and it's just not even there. So I don't know what happened.
I'm on pins and needles. I can't wait to see.
We've got some, interesting ghostly stuff. So how's everyone doing?
Jenny, you said
As
there
you're
was trouble with the
rolling
signing.
in.
Sorry to interrupt, but is there something we need to do about the signing in?
I think it's okay. People are clicking the link and it's saying Neely's dramatic black and white kind of thing, but everyone's here that we know of.
Where are they? That's interesting because I came through the Facebook event and it brought me right here, but I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
And I
Okay.
used the webpage. I had no problem.
Okay.
Okay.
I think there was some snafu with the newsletter. There were some odd links in the newsletter. Maybe that's what folks are using. Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
in
And we
Zoom,
can blame Zoom. Let's blame Facebook
Or Zoom. Yeah.
or Zoom.
I can't
Because the
rename
link I
myself.
sent a couple of people was the same link that said Neely's. So hopefully they don't, freak out and, oh, never mind. But anyway,
yeah.
I was
Well,
definitely panicking.
No need to
Is that
panic.
because it's me? What, Ernie?
You're very intimidating, Neely.
I just thought, did I copy the wrong link to send to my friend? And I tried it 3 different ways and it all said Neely.
All good, not to worry about.
Yes.
Let me just let Jess that it's okay. No prob. So let me press record. Yeah.
It was recorded.
There you
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's good.
Love that little voice.
Yeah.
All right, welcome everybody. Yay, we haven't had a
Yes.
show and tell. Well, actually, we had one just 2 weeks ago because that one was delayed. So we have another one right away. Great to see everybody. First, I'm going to hand over to Vince and or Anita for any EPCO updates or news or announcements.
Well, of course, Oakland Photo Workshop is alive and kicking. So come down, check out the show. If you haven't been down, if you want to get involved, volunteer to be a gallery sitter, contact Jenny, do that. And our fall member drive and wait, we should talk about the food show. So upcoming member exhibition is food with a twist. And this can be anything that you want to, any way you interpret it. So just take that word, twist it around in your twisty little mind and have a photograph that comes out. So it's not necessarily about the food photography. It's just however, whatever food did to you in the last year and a half, we want to learn about it. And so go to the website to register for that. And
I think the deadline is the 18th, which is
Next Monday.
next Monday. But
there's
yeah,
potential of
it's not
extend-
like
Mm.
food photography. It's any way you want to interpret it. What?
yeah,
And
it's
there's
like,
a chance that we'll-
when Jan has her theme show every year about, purple, the color, it's, whatever weird thing you can do with that. So that's what this is all about. So it's just a
Yeah.
prompt, really.
Yeah.
Um,
And it is a members show too.
Yes. So members only, but also good opportunity to sign up if your membership is not up to date.
Quick question. When I look at the website, the page, the link you sent, it's like really classy food photography, but can we just do anything we want that relates to the criteria?
Yes.
Yeah, it can be
Okay.
unclassy.
Yeah, I got no class with this.
Oh, yeah.
topic.
This is made for you. Food with
The
no
less
class. That's what
classy,
we
the
want.
better. The less
Okay.
classy, the classier.
Can I say something?
Yes.
That there was definitely has been a debate over the last couple of days about what that means. Like, are we looking for professional grade food photography, whatever that means? And no, I mean, it's really anything. Like a friend of ours is like, what if I just come across something like on the street, like food on the street? That's fine too. Like anything that speaks to you that has food in the subject line somewhere.
Okay.
So yeah, don't worry about it. We're probably gonna update that photo because it's like too good. It's scaring people off. It's really not about that type of photography necessarily.
Yeah, like I was speaking to someone the other day who was volunteering at a food bank, and she did a bunch of photographs all about that during the pandemic and the shelter in place. And so that's the kind of stuff that she's going to be submitting. So really, like anything, any way you want to interpret what, how, where, when food like came into your life, specifically kind of during the pandemic and the shelter in place time. So this is work, any photographs that were made from March of 2020 to now. And yeah, it could be anything at all. Any
Well, my sister-in-law, stepsister, yes, is a professional food photographer. And I was getting her to join, but she was like, nah, I just blow it out of the water.
Brian, are you at 111 Minna?
No, I'm actually waiting for Simone to get out of the opera at the Orbit Room. Gene, I'm right down the street.
I haven't been there in ages.
Yeah, we thought that was your kitchen there.
Yeah.
With a Giants game in the background. So.
Oh, right.
That fancy food photo that's on the announcement that was taken by Shamika Asajasi, and she's going to be a speaker next month. So she's going to be speaking about food photography, but like we've been talking about, it's really about what's in your twisted mind.
Cool.
Twisted minds. All right. Thank you, Vince. Anita, do you have anything that you want to add on?
No, as usual, there's a ton happening in the background, but that's the main thing. We want to make sure everyone knows that they can submit for the show. But and yeah, volunteers are definitely needed for gallery sitting and various other roles. So I put a link in the chat for that.
I have an announcement, actually. I would like to raise a toast to Anita. It's her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Anita.
Thank you. Love being shouted out randomly.
Are we gonna sing or no?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I apologize for background noise because we turn music on during the commercials.
Oh, no worries. I like your background. I like where you're at.
So EPCO Fest is coming up. We're very in the planning, and it's gonna happen in November sometime. So just remember keep that on the calendar.
Awesome.
Yeah, we got a newsletter coming out soon that'll update everyone.
Fantastic. Thanks, you guys. So welcome to our show and tell for tonight. It is Film Swap V2, hosted by our Film Swap extraordinaire, Phillip Krana. So I'm going to hand things over to Phillip, and he's he's going to take the wheel here. And Philip, do you have the sign up sheet or anything in front of you, or I have it up in case?
No, I don't have the sign up sheet.
Okay. Well, why don't you start and then I will
Okay.
call out names and stuff as needed.
Well, I'm going to keep it short and brief, but basically, I did a film swap with a photographer in Prague a couple years ago before COVID. And I realized that it's a great way not only to shoot film, but it's also a great way to take risk because there's no risk. It's like whatever you do is compounded by whatever the other person does. So you can get some really surprising results. And during COVID, I thought it was a good way to kind of build community again because we still got mail or we can leave film on each other's porches. So that was kind of the impetus for what started this 6-7 months ago when we first did the first one. I think that's really all I wanted to say. I mean, there are some technical suggestions I have for those of you who have never done a film swap, but clearly we've already done one. But I think one of the things I learned, again, this film swap is make sure you leave areas of black or dark areas in your shot, because if you double expose film and you have light on light, there's nothing there. So to me, the most successful shots were ones where I intentionally had like a shadow or a silhouette or something. So there could be some information that was retained.
Yeah.
But other than that, just have fun.
Cool. Hey, Anita, I noticed your hand is raised.
Yeah, I was just wondering if everyone here participated or if there's any folks that are just viewing for the fun
That's
of
a
it.
good point. Yeah.
I'm a looky-loo.
I'm waiting for my partner Matt to join. He should be joining in 7.
I'm looking because I couldn't participate.
Oh, okay, cool, great, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh wait, yeah, you're driving, Philip, so I'm gonna shut up.
Well, I'm having deja vu because I don't have the list of shares in front of
okay.
me. I've been in a fog the last couple of days with a moderate potential flu, so I'm kind of bouncing back. But yeah, if you don't mind just pulling up people in order.
Well, do you want to start since usually the host?
Me? Okay.
You.
Well, us. Okay. So basically, oh, you got to turn on screen sharing, please.
Oh, did I not do that? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
There we go.
And I'm
Okay,
gonna
now you
put
can
on
go now.
my reading glasses so I can see. So basically, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to
Here's Zoom.
Lightroom.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. So basically, I'm actually not sure whose film this was. Jenny, was this your film or was
Oh.
it Jessica's? It's basically.
Oh, it's
pretty.
mine. I think it's mine.
Okay. So what I did is I used a Kodak Brownie Hawkeye with the flipped lens. And one of the reasons is because anything you do with that camera always looks cool. And because it only has the center of the image in focus. And so I tried to do some shadows. And it looks like you shot, what did you shoot? Your tree?
I shot into the sun, but through a tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was also looking, I remember you telling me about the shadow deal. And so I was really trying to work with that. But
Yeah, yeah. And I think one of the things that's interesting is not to see how the sausage is made here, but the way you crop this image, it's basically 2 frames and you can really change
yeah.
Change the image just by cropping and deciding what you want to show or not show.
And one thing
So-
I did this time around too, actually, was I would shoot 2 of the same thing because I seem to have, I remembered from last time. I don't know, it seemed like sometimes you want, I don't know. I just felt like it would be helpful in some way.
Yeah, look, I shot like a sign with a shadow like
Two
for
times
eight
also.
shots. That's all I did because I'm like, why not?
So we each did double shots of the same thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And case in point, here's another one. This looks like maybe a stairway.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's another one where one of the cool things about when you do this is you can't necessarily line up your images with the previous person's. So, your frame lines were up here and mine were down here a bit. They're actually pretty close. But I think some of that stuff is really cool too, when you get the overlaps.
Yeah, what's funny is the roll I have from the two of us is the frames were almost right on top of each other. Very surprising.
And then this to me was interesting because I think we both photographed a tree because I was in Santa Cruz and the sun was setting, and I think I shot like a tree over here somewhere, and then it looks like you photographed a tree. Let's see.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then this one is my shadow on a brick wall, and then you tell me it looks like telephone lines.
Yeah, tree with telephone lines. That is
Yeah.
very, wow, it's like you're coming out of the,
Yeah, I love
you're being
the
projected out of the
synergy.
lines.
Yeah, the synergy here of these lining up perfectly with my shoulders is, very surreal. And then, you can't go wrong with a couple like film numbers on the edge here. Over here on the edge. That might be it. I only developed, oh wait, no, one more. I literally had to chase this guy. He was a surfer in Santa Cruz and he was walking, and I got his silhouette against the sunset. And then it looks like you've got those trees again here.
Yeah.
But once again, it's so interesting to me that the trees line up perfectly with the edge of the fence.
That is nuts.
Is this
Yeah.
upside down or like two different directions? Because it feels like the power lines are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sky to floor, sky to ground, sky to ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what we got. I have one more roll, but
yeah, keep going, because don't you have one that you did with Jess?
well, I have one more roll, but I haven't developed it yet.
Oh, okay.
Because honestly, I didn't know what kind of film it was. The little sticker, sticker that seals it is gone. And Ilford has HP5, FP4. It has like
it was
8 different
HP5.
films. So I didn't want to like ruin it by underdeveloping it.
No problem.
So yeah, that's what we have. You and I.
Awesome.
Yeah, I will stop sharing.
Very cool. So next is Anita and Jean.
Cool. Jean has some and I have some. Jean, do you want to lead off and I can follow up?
Sure. I can do, should I do both roles or how do we want to do it?
What I did is I just picked, I was just going to pick 5, but I picked like 11 from the roll that I ended up with, the red scale. So
Okay, so I'll start with the other one then.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do this screen.
What format were you guys shooting?
35 millimeter.
Color, yeah.
Okay, so let's figure out how to do this.
And where was that developed?
Oh, a little lab called Underdog. I'll tag the shit out of you when I share on Instagram.
I'm sorry. We have our 2-year anniversary coming up.
No, that's so great. Yeah.
2 years?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey Jenny, quick question. What did you shoot for that role? Is it a hobby?
Yeah, I'll show you. I figured I'd go a little bit because I have one with you and one with Jess.
Okay.
Let's see my screen sharing. Here we go. Is something showing up?
Yeah.
Okay, is it a full screen or something or?
Yeah.
Now it is.
Oh my God.
I think I need some gummies.
Yeah, get ready for a wild ride, guys.
So,
Wow.
so this roll was the one that Anita shot first and sent to me. And I got it right before I was going on a trip to Vegas, but I was still in San Francisco. So this is just kind of in order. I just picked like, I don't know how many shots are in here. So the gnome thing was her primary image. And I went to the lowrider exhibit at the Mission Cultural Center. And that's kind of like a lowrider bike that I think our frames aren't lined up, but whatever,
Yeah.
of course. So that's the first shot. Let me see if this scrolls correctly. And this one was once I got to, I only took like one or two shots here, and then I was in Vegas for work. So I took this is actually a art piece I saw at Burning Man, but it's at the there's a new place called like Area 15 in Vegas, which is a big entertainment complex. I went there to meet up with some friends before my work. So this one's kind of in between frames. I just figured this is very cheesy Vegas.
Whoa, wow.
And, I got the idea that because Anita's over in Oakland and I was in Vegas, and there's been a lot of, well, one migration of Oakland thing to Vegas and potentially a second one. So I was kind of trying to be like, what's kind of like some Vegas-y things I can shoot while I don't have to work yet. So this is pretty much just her cool shot with a little bit of random Vegas cheap hotel on the edge of the neon. And I'm not sure what else is on my image versus hers. This one's in down in downtown Vegas. I actually purposefully, so this, you can see the frame near her thumb or somebody's thumb cuts from one to the other. And I purposely was like shooting kind of out of focus so that it would on the next frame. So you can kind of see that the Four Queens ENS below the tomato.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Just to try to get some bokeh effect on the Four Queens sign versus the previous shot, which was just in focus on purpose. So
That's a good idea. I like that out of focus thing.
yeah.
Ooh.
This is her shot of nature with the cheesy ass Fremont Street experience. It had this like starlight thing. I was like, oh, this is cool because I'm not gonna get a real starlight shot.
Yeah, the palm tree is me, and I think the rest, I think the rest is you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool though.
Mhm.
So Jean, oh wait, sorry, on that last one, the trees and the silhouette of the trees on the bottom left, that's you?
I guess so, because
It is, yeah.
yeah, okay. So it was a big, you know that they have that Fremont Street experience, which is like a big video wall on the ceiling. So it was kind of animating, but I like the star part. I didn't really notice the tree part, but that kind of matches well with.
It's so fascinating that it corresponded with Anita's palm tree.
Yeah, especially not knowing anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that palm tree's in our backyard.
Can I ask you a question? Like, did you guys coordinate it all, or
Nope.
this is just not planned?
Not planned at all. I thought about asking.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought about asking like, oh, should we all like do vertical or horizontal or what? But we just didn't. Like, and
Wow.
kind of, that was fine, I think.
Yeah, I like the kind of randomness of whatever you get.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one's so cool too.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I
this
love
one's lined
that.
up pretty nice with just some weird textured wall with some sign with stickers that I took with, I think Anita just pointing down on her feet.
Yep.
That looked pretty cool. This one was kind of neat too.
Oh my God.
I like
It's
how
really
this-
interesting to see the color versus the black and white
Yeah.
too.
yeah, this one was kind of neat, in between layers of or in between frames. Kind of, I like how it came out.
Mhm.
I like this and the next one, which
Wow.
is they scanned both kind of in between frames. So like this is the other side of it, which I really like.
Yeah, I kind of like that one the best.
Oh, the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, reflected water seems cool on a double exposure because it makes it look. It just seems like a neat thing. And I was staying at the Palazzo for work, and I walked over to the Wynn, and they have a little waterfall area and pond, so I just kind of shot on that. That's just me, but that was when I was like, okay, where's like a Vegas thing that's like from Oakland, and when I saw that, I was like, okay, this is the guy. Which is kind of funny with the Oakland Chinatown there.
Oh my God, it's, yeah.
This one was just funny because my friend was telling me about how shitty her like all this terrible stuff that was happening to her.
Oh,
And then like it is so perfect.
I loved how this one turned out.
How does this
Yeah.
happen? It's so random.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
It is funny. It's so funny. This is
Oh.
another between frame thing that kind of worked out because I went to the Pinball Hall of Fame. So that's the left half is a pinball machine. The right half is just a neon scissor thing, like just, some barbershop in Vegas.
It's so cool.
Same with this one. I think I did some like purposely out of focus, lights on one frame, and the next one I saw the Elvis chapel, and then with the little rabbit. I like this one's just kind of serendipitous, and that's all the ones I had.
Wow.
Nice. All right.
Those were so good. Oh my
Vegas has never looked so good.
All right. You guys see this?
Yeah.
God. Ooh.
All right.
Baseball kitty cat.
Yeah. So this is Jean sent along a roll of, so I got this second and shot over it. And this is a roll of it says it's expired Lomo red scale. So yeah, I mean, again, I don't have any super deep descriptions of what I chose. It was more just like, what's something dynamic that would be fun to see on top of something else? So my cat, of course. And again, not knowing what Jean was going to shoot, here we are. So and
Wow.
I chose again 11 frames. This one is another serendipitous moment. Bank of America with the flag that I shot.
Yeah, that was so perfect. It's crazy.
That is nuts.
I know, right? And then look at the line of the pole going right through the player. Yeah, it's something.
Oh my God.
And so my thing is like we had to go to Home Depot for something, and of course they have a bunch of Halloween shit out right now. So I just took a bunch of photos of that. But worked with the Giants and the orange.
What is this film again that you were saying?
It's
Red?
red. Yes, the Lomo red scale. It's kind of like tinted. I like that it's orangier.
Yeah.
But my friend gave me a bunch of expired film because he thinks when it's expired it's bad. So then I used it with the need on this.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
It's
great.
fantastic.
That is-
Amazing.
That is
Wow.
so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like I don't know, it's funny because the color shifted on this one and it's not as orangey. And I just kind of love what happened with the tones.
Wow.
This is my favorite probably.
Oh my God. You guys really got so many good ones.
The lines,
Awesome.
the lines.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
This
Oh
one
my
I was actually-
God.
so this is Vince's hands and some carrots that he just pulled from our front yard, and then the neon.
You
This
pulled
one-
you pulled a club out of the ground.
Exactly.
This one, if you rotate it 90 degrees to the left, it looks really cool because it looks like he's pulling open this thing that has the 500 club in it. If you tilt it,
Yeah,
it kind
Totally.
of looks
right.
like, because I didn't know what the context was, so it's kind of neat.
Neely just commented that she saw a food photo in there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Heyo.
So yeah, this is a local cat clinic. It's called the Cheshire Cat Clinic. They have some crazy window art on their windows, and so that's with the smiley faces. And then, what's the bar that you shot? Oh, this is still the 500.
It's either five. This looks more like Uptown. I think it might be the Uptown. Not positive.
Wow.
Oh my God, you guys got some
It's fun. It was a lot of fun.
awesome.
This might be maybe the last one that I chose, just because I love just not knowing why the hell there's a space shuttle in there, but I love it.
Where's that? Where was the space shuttle?
I had a shoot down at NASA Ames, and there's it's just like a display thing right when you drive in. That you just drive around it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the last one I got. But yeah, it was totally fun, and I'm totally going to be like Jean and be doing a bunch of these over the next year because it was so exciting.
Yeah, those were incredible. And Jess, Philip and I did 120. And after Philip was re-rolling all those
Oh.
things, we're like, okay, maybe we'll do 35 millimeter next time.
Yeah.
And you get so many more opportunities for success.
Yeah. Hey, I just had like a wild idea, but we should have like a little fishbowl at the gallery. And you just put a roll in there.
Oh, that's fun. That's
And
fun.
whoever's
Great
like a
idea.
volunteer comes in, grabs one and does a swap.
Making a note of that for sure. And
Great.
then,
Kind of
yeah,
like,
send
you
it to
know,
Underdog.
keys in the fishbowl, like in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
70s, like,
That's
That's a
such a
beautiful
good
idea.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it.
ooh, let's do that.
Yes,
Oh my
let's-
God.
yeah.
I feel like I'm pretend I'm Philip. So next is Ernie and Ron.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
Okay, so a little backstory, and then Ron, you can chime in anytime.
Yeah.
We did a roll, and we're calling it the roll from hell, the first roll. But we did manage to get like 4 or 5 kind of interesting things. Now, Ron, I don't know, if you want to.
Yeah, I shot the roll first, and I finished, and I was rewinding it, and I was using the Leica M6, and at some point it wasn't rewinding; it was like stuck, and and I opened the back. I was in what I hope to be my future darkroom, and couldn't pull it out or anything. So I pulled some more, and I thought I was towards the end, and all of a sudden I hear some noise. I think, okay, there goes the sprocket, and all of a sudden it rewound all the way in. So I called Ernie. I told him I couldn't leave the the lead out, and so I sent him the roll, and then he got the roll.
Right, and then,
And
oh, go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
go ahead. Your part.
I wasn't sure if you were finished. Sorry
Yeah.
to cut you off. Yeah, so I get the roll, and the leader's inside. So the good folks at Glass Key pulled it out for me, and I had my camera at that, because I'm going to immediately start shooting this stuff, and I'm shooting along, and you'll see some of the frames after this one. And all of a sudden it just stops at 10. I go, what the hell is, so anyway, long story short,
Well, no, I was going to say so.
we got about 8 frames out of it. I call Ron up and I said, look in your camera. And about 2/3 of the roll of film was still in
Still in
the
the
camera.
camera.
Oh,
Somehow
wow.
it popped out. So hence the roll from hell.
And so at that point, it was like, oh my gosh, I got to go shoot another roll.
Yeah. And
As time was
so, yeah,
running
so we
out.
shot 2 rolls, but I believe it's 5 frames are from the roll from hell.
Which is the first few pictures you're going to see.
Ooh, look at that.
And so
Wow.
it's kind of hard to see. Like most of this is it's Ron. He shot 2 windows. Go ahead, Ron. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
The
tell them where you're at too.
okay. Well, most of the shots here are Cleveland Heights because I did shoot some in Cleveland, but this is towards the end of the roll, and I just one day I said I got to finish this stuff up, and I just started walking, and it was to an area that I haven't been to before. And the first I came up upon this on the left with the violin, there was a store and it was closed, and they had 2 windows display of violins in different state of completion. So I shot one of the windows, and then I kept walking to the other street, and I came upon this other store where they were selling all kinds of antiques and everything, and I shot that. This is the one with the arm and everything like that.
And then my contribution is this faint shape here, which you'll see is.
But go back to the first one, Ernie, because we didn't talk
Back
about
to
the first one.
one.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, is that the first one?
No.
Oh, okay. Go
No,
ahead.
that's not, yeah, that is the first one, but now some of you might recognize one of our sponsors, Building Facade, Glass Key.
Oh my God.
And so since Matt took out the leader, I I shot, I figured, I'm just gonna shoot, right around here, but thinking, let me get some going, not realizing it was gonna stop at 10. But anyway, so the building facade is mine, but these subtle
Violins.
violins are Ron's, which I thought this is really cool.
Yeah.
And then there's a vertical version.
Wow.
You can subtly see this violin shape
Yeah.
there and then here.
And there's something going on in the like the left side of that curved
Oh,
part of the building.
there's some violins here because there's violin
Oh, the,
to the right of that shape.
Yeah,
oh,
just this facade is mine and the truck. And then the violin stuff you see here, and this is Ron's. And this part is Ron. The wires are mine. It's really subtle.
I love the
And then this was
sound.
across the street from Glass Key, and I shot the sign, which was all black. And remembering the Phillip's suggestion. And so this is part of Ron's frame.
From the
Wait a
shop.
second, are the numbers not on that sign?
Yes. But this
Okay.
whole sign was black.
Wow.
And so Ron's image, because the sign was black,
Is
it transposed onto the
That is so cool.
black area. Yeah.
Love that.
Wow.
And I noticed it's a lot of us seem to have numbers in our presentations, which is cool. Okay, now this is the first frame of
From the
the
second row.
second roll. And so these parked cars are Ron's.
yeah.
And I just happened, my first frame was I was walking down my street and I didn't even realize that, I didn't think that was the first frame, but I shot something because I like this lone figure, which is, you can barely see. But then he's got a lone figure here. And then this part was what I thought was my first frame. And it merged into his mural.
Which is the one with the woman. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my frame. Again, they're overlapping frames. So this was, part of what I thought was my first frame. This is Ron's. And then I took a second photo of that mural, which you see here. So it's just like, shooting murals, didn't discuss anything. It
No.
just happened.
So funny how this happens.
Yeah.
Mm.
Whoa, cool.
And again, this is the mural in the park near where I live. They have on the wall, and anyone can come and paint and write on it, and that's what all this writing is from different people painting. And I like this one with Ernie's in the background, so I like the way this looked and came out.
Yeah, this
So you
is
kept it.
this is like in the background, like one of my many trips to Golden Gate Park.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Again, this is from the mural too, in the center there.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
overlapping frames. Now, I don't know if you can see that this is the DeYoung Museum. This part, and because it's dark, his mural, you see this is the part of the DeYoung. Because this was dark, his mural came out, okay, and then my lily pond, which was the next frame, was kind of washed out. But, just kind of, again, seemed to me to fall in place.
Hmm.
And then this is just, again, overlapping frames.
Oh, I
Again,
love that they're in the water.
yeah, his mural, and then this water shadow is that Sutro Baz. So this is his, but this is the water at Sutro Baz with the shadow from the land, and then all these other things are Ron's mural.
I think that we were learning that water needs to be an element
Yeah, water is a great element,
Doesn't
isn't
need to
it?
be, but yeah, it
Well,
adds.
and then like, the dark areas, because again, this part of the shot was dark, in the water. And then I don't know, to me, it fell into place.
And this one, mine is at was at this park again, park near me called Cold Cane Park. And they had a map by the time because during the summertime they have concerts. And that's what the map was telling everyone, where the different things are in the park. Since the concert ended, that map has been taken down.
And then so again, so this is his shot and the brick wall.
Yeah,
My shot is I shot the shadow of the table and the chairs at the De Young Cafe. And as luck would have it, because it's dark, his brick wall showed up really intense here and then faded out against, my
like
cobblestones or whatever you want to call this.
So
Wow.
cool.
Okay, now this, we both have the same shot, but I guess because our scanning tips were different, I got a little bit of his hat, shadow of his hat from the previous frame, which we thought was redundant, so we didn't want to show two similar ones. So mine and then Ron's.
oh, mine didn't. When I scanned it, I didn't get the shadow.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing we discovered. It's like my scan, again, TIFF.
Was it
I got
JPEG?
the shadow of his hat from the previous frame. And then the way I, tweaked it, I didn't get as much of the tree, but I was trying to make this the more central point.
So is the
and then
frame around the statue part of the
No,
overlap?
okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
That's
This is
Ernie's
from
the frame.
Central- Sorry, not wrong. My other favorite spot, the James Turrell Sky Space 3 gems.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, this part here, the highlight that goes around the sculpture is my shot of the Sky Space 3 gems.
And then I pulled out when I was processing, I pulled out the tree so you could see more in mine than Ernie's.
Mm.
Right.
The building in the background is the Cleveland Museum of Art. Very cool museum.
Okay, so this is Ron, and it's just like, how weird is it that I have an arrow in mine, and then he's got the sign arrows. And then what I love is the gravel of my shot. It's
Oh,
like a
that's-
texture screen.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
And again, it's two frames. So this is his shot. This is his part of the second frame. And then, this S and the arrow, is mine. And then, so this was another.
Huh.
In this building on the right, on the left, that's from my shot. That's Severance Hall. That's where they have classical music concert. And the day I took that, they were setting up for some affair because they had tables outside, looked like something fancy. So I just walked up a few steps and took the photo.
And we got a few more, so maybe we kind of need to speed it up. Okay. Now, this was my TIFF scan. And Ron and I, his scans were different than mine. And then I also played with some JPEG scan, and it just totally changes everything. But so the hands are Ron's, and
Right.
this central figure here. And faintly, you can see Seal Rock, from Sutro Baz here. And then that's his scan.
Right. And this hand is right outside the contemporary, the Museum of Contemporary Art in Cleveland. It's a big work of art of this hand. I got to go back and explore it some more. And I like the trees from Ernie's shot right in the
Yeah.
middle of the pond. Yeah.
And then you can see a little bit of the seal rock over here. And now this was a JPEG scan. So it had this central figure in my mind, and then the hand, and then this was my frame from Sutro Baz of a mural. Oh, and then you can see the other part of the seal rock there.
Wow.
These are so textural. They're great.
Right.
Loved all the texture, especially like how it goes across the in between the frames and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the spacing line. Yeah, so this is Ron's,
Right.
and then this area is mine, and then this is Ron's.
That was the last shot that I took. I was coming home and I was just walking across this parking lot and I saw the handicap sign and I saw my shadow reflect. I said, okay, let me take it. And yeah.
And then, go ahead, Ron, this is yours.
Yeah, well, the reason I included this here, because I like the texture here. And I was thinking in terms of like a science fiction movie where the texture is coming, attacking this woman as she's
Yeah.
about to enter the store, and followed by Ernie's shot where you see the texture already.
Yeah, so again, this was my TIFF scan. This was his. So that's the donut shop here. But he got more of his frame, and it's just really fascinating.
Yeah, it's so curious, that line like right behind her.
Right.
Yeah.
It's confusing. It's like very sci-fi kind of.
And I think we got 2 or 3 more, and then I'm sorry, didn't mean to take so much time. Okay, now this is my scan, my TIFF scan. So here's Ron's, part of Ron.
Right.
Okay, and then you can see here's the rock this guy's on. And this is mine, and then this is part of, on the other frame, this is Ron.
And that was outside. This is in Little Italy in Cleveland, and it was a Saturday afternoon, and it was full of people around sitting outside in the different restaurants. And so I was walking. I came to this corner, and they had this stand right outside the restaurant with tomatoes on top of it. I saw that. I said, I just got to take a photo of that because it was so unusual.
Sorry, and then this is Ron's.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
So like you guys are deciding to scan different framings.
Well, no, we just scanned and came out different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could scan different framings. Now, a couple of, like the one I showed previously was a JPEG scan, which totally changed, what it looked like.
Yeah.
And then, so here, this is mostly his frame, but it split my frame in half. This was my my God dang, my TIFF scan, excuse me. And that was his TIFF scan. You got me.
Yeah.
Well, it's a file format.
Oh, no, this is his TIFF scan. I'm sorry.
Like
That was the last
versus
one.
lost.
So that was mine, and that's his.
That's what's so cool about this. I mean, I noticed like some of my negatives, it was very clear where to cut them. And then other ones, like I actually have most of the roll of film that's uncut because I didn't know where to cut it because it just was a continuous thing. And it was all so cool. I didn't want to mess it up.
Can I say that to any scanner operator that you take this to a lab? Gotta choose a frame line.
Yeah, choosing a frame line.
Yeah, that was a difficult thing, so, yeah. And I did have one exposure where I tried a long exposure and it was this big black blob, nothing was there. So I cut that out and luckily it didn't interfere with any other frame. I'm sorry. Next.
No apologies.
That's great.
Yeah. No, typically,
Another thing to me that's interesting in both shares is like the film traveled, right? It was like Vegas and Oakland, and I think you said Cleveland.
Cleveland Heights, Cleveland, and San Francisco.
Yeah, but like it's literally temporally traveling in time, but also traveling geographically. So that's kind of cool. We don't have that with digital, right? I mean, it's immediate. It's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but this is the film How It Broke.
Wow.
Awesome. That was great. Brian's battery's about to die, so he's gonna go next.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Again, I apologize if the voice is too loud. It's a giant stand. So y'all can hear me, okay, right?
Mostly, yeah. Mostly.
Kinda.
Shit. All right, I'll just jump right in. But I do want to say I've been sharing roles with people around the world for years and years and years, and this is I love this all day, every day. I have a shoebox of roles that are just I've been reshooting over people for days and days and days. So this is like right up my alley. I'm going to share. Of course, there's somebody rolled up with a big boom box outside of the open windows. So it's like double loud. But here, let me share my screen.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Okay, I had the great pleasure to work with my friends, the homie, Matt Osborne, at Glass Key Photo. We swapped two 35mm rolls, one black and white, one color. And he shot the color, he shot the black and white first and handed it to me. Then I shot the color and shot and handed it to him. So this is where we came up with. And it was last minute because we're busy folks. So Matt, just jump in at any time.
So, Brian, did you say that you swapped with somebody at Glass Key?
It was Matt Osborne.
Okay, Matt at Glass Key. Okay.
Yeah, Matt, who helped. He's the patron saint of film in San Francisco.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Interesting.
I tend to shoot more portraits, and that was our game going. It's like shooting portraits, me shooting portraits, and him shooting more textures. You can see the building on the bottom. It's the same thing that.
Mhm.
Wow, very curious geometry going on.
Yeah, I really dig these. I really do.
Yeah, this one's great.
Wow.
Mm.
And so the black and white didn't work as well as we thought, but the colors were definitely hot. And Matt, jump in at any time. I think we're both like location challenged right now. I love this one. This is a portrait of Matt as a jellyfish.
That is
Wow.
really cool.
This is like a jellyfish beret.
Yes.
Jellyfish going across your face.
Yeah. So when you talk about like serendipitous alignment of
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
That's
this is one of those images where it is there's a jellyfish and it's sculpted to the hair of Matt Osborne.
that's like seriously, like you couldn't plan that if you tried.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. It's and that's the beauty of shared roles. It's like Anita and Gene, you had some of the best serendipitous kind of like moments. And this is just one. I mean, when you were learning photography, you did what, 2 shots out of a roll of 36, right? Like when it's shared, it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. You guys killed it though. But yeah, I like this one too. It's more it's in a different kind of space because but I like this and I threw it in there. I think and that's it. So I think we really did good on the color runs. The black and white didn't produce many good things, but that's what happens when you share goals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you never know. Very cool.
Matt, any comments?
Matt has no audio.
Oh, okay.
Matt has no words.
He has no words, but Matt, if you want to type them in, one of us can read them out loud for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're busy folks, and I think we rose to the challenge. Again.
Totally agree. Yeah.
This is shot over what Friday. So
Matt says, sadly, I have not much to add.
So, but no. I kind of love this.
I think the photos speak for themselves. It's great.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And apologies again. I am such a fan of shared roles. And
Yeah,
I
this is great.
And I love the idea of a bucket, but like yeah, again, I share roles across the world, and I think the shared role show should be the next up.
No, Jenny was actually commenting. Yeah, I mentioned that. Like, this would be a great exhibition. Yeah, this is like becoming my favorite thing for like, EBCO online events.
I literally just go, hey, you do double exposures, you want to share a role? And I drop a role in the mail, even if they don't say yes, if I know their address. I'm like, yeah, shoot it.
So cool.
I love it.
But thanks for the opportunity. Sorry it's rushed, and sorry it's kind of like hectic.
Oh, thanks for joining, even though you're not at the ideal location. Great.
No problem.
Nothing, Matt. You got nothing? I was just happy to shoot with Matt because he's the master again. He's the saint of photography in San Francisco. I'll stop talking now.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. Let me see who, Brian and Vince.
Okay. So I have the skins. So yeah, nice thing about this project is there's always a story associated. There's always some adventure. So me being me, Brian gave me his film. We shot on 4x5, and he gave me his
So
film
cool.
about a week ago. But of course, I didn't get around to shooting it until this morning.
You sound like my students.
No time like the present.
So,
We
so
were
I shot
only
it.
the late ones.
I shot it during my morning break, and then I developed. Then I was going to develop it during my lunch break. So, but I haven't developed any film for a while in my darkroom. So I ran in the darkroom. I got an hour to get this developed and hung up to dry, and I grabbed some Alpha Salt 3, which is my usual film developer. Pour it out, measure it out, and it's just black. It's just totally oxidized and useless. So rats. So I'm digging around the cabinet. Let's see what else I have. And I have some HC110. It's been in there for forever, but that stuff lasts for forever. So I measure it out, and then I pour it in the tank, developed it with HC110, pour the developer out, and it comes out blue. It's still the anti-halation dye, which hasn't been reduced by the developer, which means the developer didn't work, basically. And so I'm like, I've it's been through the development process. I haven't fixed it yet, but I'm pretty sure the developer didn't work because the anti-halation dye just poured out blue. And I've been here before. And so I'm like, all right, it didn't develop. What can I do? So I'm digging around. So I've found some Ilford multi-grade paper developer. So pour that in, develop it, and that pours out normal. I'm like, okay, I think it developed. So when I fix it, and now I'm like, all right, now I want to see the images. So I take the 4x5s out to they're washed. I take them out. First one I pull out looks like this.
Woohoo!
So that's the first one. I'm like, okay.
I like it's very minimal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you
So-
were focusing on the shadows.
Yeah.
The shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least, and there's
You know
only
you get a
4 sheets. So
discount
Brian
for
gave me
having
two film holders with 4 sheets. So this is the first one. I'm like, well, at least it developed. So okay. And then let me share. Hang on just a second.
The suspense is killing us.
Okay, so this is the second one I pulled out. And
Spam.
this is,
That's not it.
yeah, so this is clearly Brian with
No,
Brian's
wait. We're
No,
seeing it.
we're
seeing it
seeing your eBay searches. Now we know what you want to buy.
Wow.
Some receivers
He's giving you a hint. It's his birthday's coming up.
and a spam
Now you
camera.
know what he wants.
A spamra.
How's that?
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Wow.
So this is the second frame I pulled out, and this is not a double exposure. So this is clearly one of the ones that Brian sent me, but it's not a double exposure. But it's a nice picture.
I was going to say that is a really fascinating double exposure.
Yeah, it's not a double exposure. So then the third one I pull out is this one. So this is not a double exposure either. This is my portrait of Anita that I shot this morning. So there's some sort of scrambling of film, whether on my part or Brian's part or all the above. So we got
Probably all
Brian's-
of the above.
yeah, mine, and then the fourth one I pull out is that one.
Wow.
Very cool.
There we go.
That is
Got one.
cool.
Love it.
So it was kind of worth it in the end.
Wow.
Yeah. That
makes up for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, so this whole film thing is because it's always an adventure because it forces you to go to this unknown land
Mhm.
where you don't know what's going to happen. So got us to this, and it's kind of fun that this is actually the only one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yay.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's Brian and I, our little 4x5 project. Thank you, Brian.
My pleasure.
I like, it looks so commercial, like I could see that being like a CD cover or something.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and I mean that in a good way. It's just like really aggressive. I like it.
It looks like
Anita has
there's
a solo record coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Wait, does it say Dirt
I was gonna
Cobain?
say if Nirvana covers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I didn't even see that when I said that. That's so
oh
funny.
my God. That's so funny.
Anita's doing jazz covers of Kurt Cobain of Nirvana songs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Or it's your new memoir. It looks like a book cover.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great book cover.
So
Yeah,
good.
but I mean that in a good way. Like, I just love the layering.
Yeah. Really good layering.
Wow.
I love how
Okay.
she's.
That's the
all
story.
center
That's the
so
picture.
far.
Hmm.
Well, that's awesome.
So I think that possibly there's only one group left, and that's me and Jess and Philip. So now I will share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see that? Oops.
Yeah.
Yes. I see your thumbnail. Oh, there we go. Yeah, full screen.
Full screen. So I think this one is with Jess. It was hard to tell what was up and down. I think that well, I don't know. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Jess, if you want to pipe in, I'm going to just go through the ones that seem to be successful, and they're pretty abstract and layered, and I think just interesting to look at as that. So there's one. This one I messed around more with the contrast and stuff like that.
That's cool.
I felt like the more I played around with that, the more interesting it was.
Yeah. Were you guys both shooting Hasselblads?
No, I was shooting with the Holga wide pinhole.
Oh, that explains it.
And I've never,
going to
I don't think I've shot with it before. So I really have no idea how the exposure is coming out.
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, that explains a lot.
But Jenny, what did you use?
I was shooting with a Hasselblad.
Okay.
So just to explain this one at least, I'm shooting straight away. This here is stairs going up into a theater right there. I'm in a little alleyway that's very narrow. And then this is a window with this cool iron sunburst kind of decor thing. And
so yeah, mine was the stairs. Like if you turn your head to the left, rotate your head to the left,
yes.
Stairs going up. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And so this one is actually, this is that same starburst window wrought iron thing. And then yours just are these trees, these bushes here.
That car must be mine too, in the middle.
Oh, is there a car? Oh, I didn't notice the car.
Hiding right there.
There's there, yeah.
Oh, neat. I did not notice that before.
That could have been my double exposure too. I have a feeling that's what happened there.
Oh, you double exposed?
I may have, yeah.
It's a triple.
There could be a triple exposure too.
And then this one.
Whoa.
That's something.
So this is my bathroom with this weird lily horse, which has a very colorful history. I won't go into it now. And then Jess's trees in the background. Oh, and right here, this is the doorknob into my bathroom. So I basically switched it because Jess, your stuff is horizontal, and then I kept turning mine because I don't know. It just seemed more wonky and curious that way. This is one I really liked, where it just crossed over several
Wow.
frames on my Hasselblad. But just now that you were talking about what you were shooting with, it makes more sense that it like crossed over so much. And I think I was talking earlier about when Philip was showing his, that I was doing multiple pictures of one image just to see what would happen. And I think the tree's mine in 2 different frames. I'm not really sure actually. Do you remember, Jess?
Yeah, I do remember shooting that tree a couple times.
Oh, it's your tree. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's near your house. Yeah, it's a tree near your house, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so mine, oh, I'm still shooting into that alleyway, I think. If you turn your head. Oh, right. And then this is, oh, okay. This is, yeah, I was walking in my neighborhood. Anyway, I just liked how it looked long. I couldn't decide where to crop it. And so I just cropped it long. And then Philip, this is you and me.
Okay.
And
That might be, I'm not sure that's a double exposure.
is that yours?
Yeah.
Only yours?
That's a construction site I was at.
Okay, we had trouble with our film. That's funny because I shot some shadows and some windows and I was like, oh, there's my windows. How cool that it aligned with his lines.
I'm bumming because I literally wanted to do the whole roll just this, you know, because the shadows were amazing. But then this supervisor guy was like, what are you doing with that camera? So,
Oh, interesting. So that explains actually, this is also then yours, right?
but that looks like a double exposure.
It does, but I don't even know what I shot.
Yeah.
This is definitely a double exposure.
Yeah. Wow. Who's the woman?
That's my friend. We were my friend Dory, who we go on walks, my SIP walk partner at the Oakland Harbor. So she was actually, she's looking for an apartment. She was drawing with a stick the layout of the place that she was looking at. And I just thought, what the hell? Let's just see what happens.
Wow.
Here's one super abstract.
Yeah, I like that.
My trees, your shadows of windows and stuff. Yeah, I really liked how this one kind of came out. Just a lot of geometry and light and dark. I mean, whatever. And dust.
Yeah. Ooh.
That one's kind of neat.
Wow.
Trees and a little Buddha or something.
Yeah, that's my Buddhist. That's what I use whenever like I have to shoot one last shot on a roll. I have this Buddha in my window and I just always photograph it. I'm amazed that's in focus because that was like a 1 second exposure I did handheld. Oh,
Yeah, I like
neat.
how that one came out.
That's neat. Is the sun in the corner? Is that I'm assuming that's you, right?
That's me.
Wow. Whoa.
I was at MoMA. Actually, yesterday I was at MoMA. So that's your shadow and then my buildings.
Wow.
And I decided to put the shadow of the figure upright with the buildings kind of upside down. It looked better that way.
Wow.
This one's nothing, but I liked it.
What the hell? Yeah.
So I photographed a few shots in the gallery that I really was psyched about, and they didn't, I don't know where they were. But it makes sense that you had shots earlier on the roll that didn't have any of mine. So there was some weird alignment on the film.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is literally, I don't know what it is, but I liked it. And that's it.
That's so cool. Wow.
So there's our film swap V2.
Amazing. When was the first one? Like several months ago?
It was. Actually, I can tell you. Give me 1 second.
No, and I could look it up too. I was just like, it's
Kind
been
of
a
like
few months,
during COVID.
but I like the idea of
lockdown.
like twice a year or something. But yeah, no, I don't want to make like too big a thing out of it, but
Yeah.
it's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
Well, hey guys, so here's my idea. And I will offer to do this, but I'm gonna find like a cool jar
Mhm,
and I'm gonna put it in our new gallery
mhm.
with instructions, and it'll just be where anybody can put film and you can grab another roll. It'll have that person's email on it and Instagram, and you
Yeah.
guys can swap.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah.
Great
I
idea.
think
we
what
can have this
and I
kind
think
of
that's a
rolling
fantastic idea.
swap.
What I love is being able to share them here so that we can all see. But I mean, you don't have to. Like it's.
Well, we can
Yeah.
do both, but I mean,
Yeah,
either way,
yeah.
it's just a good way
We
to
can
kind of-
totally do both.
Mhm.
And maybe we can even have slideshows in the future at the space
Yeah.
of them, you know?
We got to
mean-
do slide film swaps, and then we can do slideshows.
Oh, shit.
With, yeah.
Slide film, what?
What is a Padlet, Rebecca? I don't know what Padlet is.
Oh, hi. It's cute and easy to use.
Okay.
And everyone could just load it up. Like literally my kindergartners are using it. So that's how I know it's easy. But also Google Slides would be a place to upload things so people could see it.
I feel like a lot of 5-year-olds know things that I don't know. So yeah, but cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rebecca.
I'm also gonna, just real quick, I'm gonna probably email you guys all about this, but I'd love it if everyone could send me like 1 or 2 of their favorites, and then I'll from their selections, and then I can share it on Instagram tomorrow or the next day, just to kind of like a series of shots from tonight. And
That's awesome. Yes. Thank you, Anita. And that's Anita@epco.org, everybody,
I'll
if
put it
you're
in the
not
chat.
sure.
But I'll email you. But yes.
And then that was awesome. Thank you, Philip, again. It was fun. It was in May, by the way.
Wow.
The first one,
Long time
and
ago.
May and October, 5 months apart. So super fun. So great. Next show and tell, everyone, is on Tuesday, November 9th. And Neely, our very own Neely, who's house cat sitting in New Jersey with a view of New York, is our host for Dramatic Black and White. And we have one more spot left available if anyone wants to sign up who's here now. But we have, we've got 4 slots, one's available. So that's November 9th at 7 o'clock here. And then in December, Jess is our host, and the theme is homemade or altered camera and or lens, analog or digital. And we have 2 slots still available for that. And that's December 14th. So those are the next show and tells. And then what are we doing for next year? I mean, I kind of feel like we should continue this. This is kind of,
agree. Yeah.
I think this is awesome. I think we may move into some in-person stuff at the space eventually. But at the moment, I feel like these are awesome, personally.
Agree.
So I'll probably put together a calendar for the next, the first quarter of 2022. And what else? Well, as the volunteer coordinator, I'm just going to put it out there that we are still looking for some, can never have enough volunteers to sit at the gallery. It's fun and easy, and a really great space, and a lot of the locals are walking by and poking their heads in, and they're super, like, I actually gave a little mini tour to a woman on Sunday, and it was so fun to just look around at all the photographs and talk to her about it. And anyway, you can send me an email, Jenny at EPCO. And I have a feeling Anita's putting something in the chat.
Rebecca just asked a question, which is who's the education coordinator? We are actually looking for a new education coordinator because Brooks Fletcher had been our coordinator for a while, and he's amazing at it, but he just got a very demanding new job. So he's not currently able to do both. And so, yeah, if you know of anybody, reach out, or if you're interested.
Yeah. So, so if anyone's interested in that, shoot an email, info@EPCO. And if you guys know anyone who you think might be interested in volunteering, I know that there are certain jobs out there where people have to volunteer or whatever. They just want to be involved. Send them my way. It's not a lot of time to be a volunteer, but it's super meaningful and very helpful.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah. Fairlight and Phillip are very active volunteers. And I'm sorry if I'm forgetting anybody who's right here right now. Now I'm like putting myself on the spot. But that's who I can see right in front of my face. And anyway, yeah.
What's happening at the brainstorm?
At
the members brainstorm. Vince, do you have anything to say on that one?
That's being put on by Kevin, our new member coordinator, and just a chance for members to get together and talk about, membership and what kind of benefits we'd like to see for membership, what kind of activities we'd like to see for members. So that kind of brainstorming, what interests you that we could do for members in the future, what kind of activities you would like to see. So that's, and really, a way to get together and meet other members and drink some Tim type wine. So very, very informal thing. If you haven't been down to the space, it's an excuse to get out of the space. But
Like not knowing what Tim type wine is, like it just sounds like you're just drinking the stuff that you use to make Tim.
Even I was like, what? And I was there for all of it.
And meet Kevin, the new member coordinator. Talk to him about your ideas about what we can do for as members, and what you'd like to see as activities and benefits.
And there are, moving forward into the next year, we've got a ton of, we have talks, we have other events and exhibitions and stuff coming up. So if any of you want to get involved more, feel free. But also we just do have a lot of things going on, and it's super exciting having a space and really like forming this very real community. And anyway, it's wonderful. So, okay.
Yeah.
Anything, does anyone want to say anything? No pressure. Okay.
Yeah, our next in-person photo walk is going to be the first Sunday of November. So that's the next kind of in-person gathering, I think.
Yeah, and are we going to meet at the space?
Yep. Yeah.
So we'll meet at OPW?
November 7th?
Yep. But there'll be lots, you'll hear about it elsewhere, but just saying it here.
And it's 1 o'clock?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks for
and yeah, and also to put on your calendar, the opening reception for the members food show is November
13th.
Thank you.
Yes.
Likes.
We will be blasting you with information.
Yes. All right, great to see all of you. Have a
Thank you.
Yeah,
lovely
thank you,
evening.
everybody. This is
Bye.
such a
Thanks,
great-
Philip, for setting this
Bye.
up.
Great Tuesday
Fantastic.
here. So
Everybody.
good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye, everybody.